Well, despite a turbulent academic year due to the coronavirus pandemic and the national lockdown, the class of 2020 has weathered the storm. Final exams are starting today. Exams Quality Assurance Body UMALUSI says despite the disruptions, matriculants will be tested on the whole curriculum. Learners who test positive for COVID-19 will be allowed to write their final exams. More than 79,000 Eastern Cape pupils are expected to sit for the exam. The Department of Education is expecting an 80% pass rate. Our colleague Lerato Fekisi has more on this. A very good morning to you, Lerato. What's the latest from your province?
Hi Desiree, this is just about 10 minutes where the Matric of 2020 here in KwaZulu High School just finished writing the English exam. And I think one thing is true, Desiree, of these Matrics, some whom I got to speak 2 weeks ago when they were preparing for the exams, is one word is true for this class, that they are resilient. I wrote my Matric exam paper years ago, and I don't know if I would have survived a lockdown, learning online, no teacher contact, and still be so confident that despite all the odds, they're going to conquer. And that's what I've loved from the Matric class throughout the time of the lockdown. We got to interact with them that, you know what, it's been tough, it's been uncharted waters, but they are confident that, you know what, come December 2020, they're going to make sure they succeed. I bumped into two young people who've just finished writing their paper, and like I said, they are also confident, calling the English paper an absolute breeze, that they're going to make sure that they pass, and they are confident this paper really went well. Mzolo, you described your paper as very easy, in English paper 1. How did it go for you?
It went quite very well, and I think it's good that we started with English because the nerves were all over the place. I think now we're in the right space to continue exam and do well.
Okay, it's been really a tough time for you, the class of 2020, the matrics. We had the lockdown, you had to move from not having a teacher contact. How was that entire experience of not having someone in front of you and then relying on WhatsApp to get your assignments, your tests, and also your learning done as well?
I think ever since the president announced that we must go to lockdown, it's been very tough, especially here in our school. We lost our physical science teacher, which is Mr. Lugao, but he managed to push through with the help of our teachers, and I think we'll do well.
I think there's another school in Utenig which also lost their principal and their deputy principal. You lost your science teacher, and science is such a critical part of your curriculum. How was it like to lose a teacher, especially at this time where you needed him most to teach you such an important subject like science?
It's very, very sad because he was like more like a mentor to us. We wanted to strive in everything we do. To lose him like that of COVID, and that we've seen in the media, what we've been told about COVID, it really created a lot of stress and dysfunctional in terms of inside the school. And I think that all credit we must give it to God that we managed to come back and still we are writing our exams.
Lusanda, obviously, like Umzoli was saying, you guys lost a teacher to COVID. Early on when I talked to you, you said that you're still scared because in the metro the numbers have gone up, doubled actually in less than 2 weeks. Are you scared with the COVID-19 as you write exam that there might be an outbreak and that it may affect your academic year?
Yes, I'm very scared about the pandemic because it killed many people in PE. And we lost a science teacher, so we are afraid as learners. But we hope we can make it to write in the end of the exams.
And also, I must also give credit to your teachers who have worked so hard to catch all the work up. What message perhaps do you have to your teachers who have worked so hard amidst a really troubled time to try and make sure you guys can catch up and get ready for these exams?
I'm very happy about our teachers because they push us so hard. They follow back up of us. But as learners, we hope we can make it we can pass the exams because they try so hard to pass.
And then Mzoli, are you confident that this class of 2020 KwaZulu is going to pass and pass well this year?
I think we're going to do very well because we're prepared, we're in the right place at the right time, and we know what we want. And come 2021, February, we'll be doing well.
Well, as you hear for yourself, Desiree, two confident young men and young ladies saying that despite the challenges they faced, they lost their science teacher due to COVID, something very tragic for them. But they are also saluting their teacher, saying that despite losing the science teacher, everyone really stepped in and said, how can we help to make sure that science is still taught at that person's level? Above all, saying that the paper 1 English went really, really well. And they are confident that as they go towards the exam, which ends on the 15th of December, they're going to pass. And come next year, Desiree, they are promising you, like the Department of Education has said we're going to get 80% pass rate, and they are confident that this will happen. So all good things coming from Eastern Cape. The class of 2020 resilient, confident, and determined to make a success of this year despite the troubled times. For now, let's go back to you in studio.
Thank you so much for giving us the Eastern Cape perspective there.